So I can tell you gasoline went down today for the first time in 20 days, but I'd be lying because it didn't. Went up to 370. Or I can tell you that gas hasn't doubled since President Obama took office, but I'd be lying because it's more than doubled under Obama. And I could tell you that the Obama solution to high gas prices was working, but I'd be lying because his windmills, algae, and Chevy Volts just ain't cutting it. Listen.
I tried a lot of cars, Ford Pinto, the Pontiac Fiero, but the Volt was the first car that truly got me excited and looking into the prospect of buying American again. Yeah, I've heard they're catching on fire in some cases, but I found that the fire really helps me get to my destination faster for fear of my life. I'm really proud of what GM has been able to accomplish by working with the Obama administration. They've proven that in America you can make it in any business, as long as you have unlimited financial resources and the backing of the United States government.
Now, clearly that was a parody. But finally, I could say it's funny how clueless the Obama energy policy is, but I'd be lying because there's nothing funny about $4, $5, or $6 a gallon to patriotic Americans who work hard, pay their taxes, and are trying to make ends meet. Bob. Parody, funny, not so funny, though, that we spent literally tens of billions of dollars, and this is what we end up with.
I'm captured by your words. I have a hard time even responding because I learned so much. I suppose you didn't know that we're drilling more oil today in America than we have in the last 10 years, did you?
Well, it's 8, but
it's
8, but we're still substantially lower than we were 20 years ago.
Are we drilling more than we did?
We're about 5.6 million barrels a day, but we've been as high as
hold on, one other question.
Perino rebuttal, please.
Okay. What is the rebuttal? Fine. I'm open to
Production takes 3 to 4 years to actually get going because the permitting process on a federal land is about 4.4 years. So any production that's coming online now was approved years ago. In addition, the production that's actually up is not on federal lands. It's on private and state lands in places like North Dakota, Texas, and Alaska. North Dakota, with a 3% unemployment rate and a booming economy, they don't even have enough housing there to take care of all the employees that they have. So I think that production is up, but I don't think that that can be attributed to President Obama.
No, I'm not attributing to it. I'm just saying that it is up. Now, another question I've got for our guru here on this subject, I asked last week and we didn't have time to answer it. Can you explain to me why why we're exporting refined gasoline overseas?
Well, we buy and sell gasoline from various different countries, and then when frankly that's better priced over there, they send it here.
It depends on the crude.
Are you saying we should restrict trade in other countries?
If we've got a big
because that wouldn't be free trade.
You say we have. Why not?
That wouldn't be free trade. How about I have a better idea. What? Let's just make it more profitable for these people to refine gasoline here.
I think President Obama's right. Drill, drill, drill. That's your answer.
Oh my gosh, that was the worst. That was his response. He goes, I can simplify it for you. Number 1, drill. Number 2, drill. Then drill some more.
He's right.
But let me tell you what's counterproductive. His war on energy and these punitive tax treatments against the very individuals that we're trying to encourage to be able to get this. I don't understand why he's doing this. He's not coming up with one solution, yet he's criticizing the obvious answer. You don't need a degree in oil or be an oil speculator.
You guys sit around this table and complain about his options all the time.
Put in the Keystone Pipeline.
Solar.
Because they fail.
Right.
Unless you're into massacre of birds.
All things that are new are going to have some failure rates to them. That's true.
But they might succeed eventually. But like if you are waiting for the new iPhone, you don't throw away your current BlackBerry while you're waiting.
You might in a bit of rage.
You suffer through.
But you developed the new iPhone, correct?
But Greg, I'm going to get to you. But honestly, this big, major energy speech that Obama came out with last week that was going to just basically put the American people at ease about $3.70 gallons of gasoline, he comes out and says, no, we can't drill more Republicans. What we really need is algae.
Well,
Are you kidding me?
I know.
Really?
I said this on Friday. We need help, not...
That's true.
I just wanted to use it.
That was a line worth using.
I had to use it. But I want to make this
nice
point.
Recycling.
In his speech, he keeps talking about that there are no quick fixes. If we had ignored that argument 40 years ago, those quick fixes would not be necessary. It's like a doctor telling an obese person you got to lose 80 pounds, and the patient goes, "It's not going to happen overnight." Well, that's the point. That's why you start now.
You know what has happened overnight? The Obama administration is the first one to approve new nuclear power plants.
I love that. I love nuke.
And I'd like to know what the Republican presidential candidates have said. One thing about alternative energy.
See, it was the Republicans who came up with originally the line of all of the above energy policy. Now President Obama's trying to take credit for that, but it's also a matter of scale. You can be for all sorts of things, but if you want, if you are subsidizing uneconomical technologies from D.C., it's not going to speed up the technology clock.
Well, I get used to this at this table, but when they brought up solar energy, all the people, all those presidential candidates in the debate laughed.
Well, because
it's funny.
Yeah, because
why is it funny?
At its best
funny.
operating efficiency, it can only account for 12% of our energy needs. So, but let me tell you something else. What he's doing here in terms of, penalizing the oil and gas industry. Hello, everybody also knows this. Other than income tax revenues, royalties on oil and gas is the #2 source of revenue for us in terms of tax basis. So why would we hurt jobs, hurt the economy?
Do you know this would have been solved if the Republicans stopped calling drilling, which sounds so mean, and just called it deep earth massage? And the liberals and the environmentalists would have loved it.
Can I just point something out? It's not that solar is a bad idea or geothermal is a bad idea or wind's a bad idea. It's that it's done at the taxpayer's expense. If you want to develop that in the private sector, you want Warren Buffett to go develop it.
Saying that it's the oil companies that are doing those things. I think it's pure public relations on their part. And if that's
let's open up the books then.
Well, okay, let's
look at it.
Why not have, since we've got so much natural gas, let's have infrastructure to gas stations and have cars run on natural gas.
And I have another thing. If you don't want to drill in Anwar, then you should live there.
Yeah.
I think you should live there.
I would like to. I love swampland.
We got to go.
Swamp?
Really?
Yep. Some fresh polling out on how the GOP candidates are matching up against President Obama, and the results just might surprise you. We're going to break them all down for you next.
Good morning.